Good afternoon, guys. So, good news, we have sold the Lexus this morning, and it was a very quick, very efficient sale. So, I will now walk you through what's been happening. Over the last week, things have been a little bit quiet. I haven't really had any content to put out as such, and that's because I've done all the work on the Lexus, as you guys have seen if you've been following the channel. If not, do check my previous videos, go back and have a look at that. So, I had the MOT booked in for yesterday afternoon, which would be Friday. This video will be going out today, Saturday, which is when I'm recording it. It passed with no advisories whatsoever, so that's amazing. So all the work that I'd put in obviously was worth doing, as it now has a clean 12-month ticket. So yeah, it went in yesterday afternoon at 1:30. Passed with no advisories. Like I say, absolutely great. I then took it straight to get valeted, so it had a full valet inside and out, and it looked really good. There will be some pictures at the beginning of this video, so hopefully you would have seen them. It came up really well after a good clean. I got home yesterday evening. I put it straight up on Facebook. I didn't put it on Auto Trader or anything, as I thought it would actually be quite a quick sale. Auto Trader is about £35–40 to put your car up for 2 weeks, and again, you're not guaranteed any sales from that. So as things grow, if you're dealing with much higher value vehicles, then it can be worth doing that. However, with the Lexus, I just didn't feel like it was worth paying the £35 to list it up, and that paid off for me because I listed it on Facebook. I posted it to all the local groups. I will put the ad in this video as well, so you guys have an idea if you're listing any of your own cars, what sort of things to put, what sort of pictures to put, and how to make the ad look as appetizing as possible for a potential buyer. So within 2 hours of it being up, had a lad message me, really genuine. He shot me an offer which was about £150 below what I really wanted to take on it. But with that, in the last 2–3 weeks that I've had the Lexus, I've always following obviously what's going on in the car world, prices, market, and so on. And unfortunately, the premium car market in the last 2–3 weeks that I've had the Lexus has really taken a decline. So that's put me in a bit of a position where I have then two options. I could either take the £100 hit on what I'd anticipated and hoped for on the Lexus, or take the offer and be able to then move on to the next one, which gives me the benefit of, one, I'll have more content for you guys, two, I'm not holding on to it to then possibly get the same price in 2 weeks, so it keeps things going, and three, I may make a smaller amount of profit in this short term. However, in the next 2–3 weeks that I may have been sitting on it, I could have then moved another 2 or 3 cars, and I could have overall had a bigger profit at the end of it. So like I say, sometimes you may want and you may have an idea in your mind for that target profit. However, it's not always beneficial to hold on and wait for that. So if you can make, say, £200 straight away, and know that in the next 2 weeks you can sell another 2 or 3 cars and make £200 each on them, it's better than holding out for that 2 weeks to make £300 overall. Because by the end of that 2 weeks, if you've sold 3 or 4 cars, you're making 3 or 4 times the amount of profit that you would have made just by holding on to that one. So again, it's just about being smart with your investments and trying to keep things rolling over so that you can keep building up that profit, build up your net worth, and continue to keep things moving forwards. So yeah, the sale went really well. Lad messaged me, seemed quite genuine, said, look, this is what I've got, this is a car I'm looking for, really like your advert, would you be happy to take that? And I said to him, in honesty, what you're offering me is just below what I really wanted for the car. However, you seem genuine. If you can bring me the cash, he wanted to come and view it today. So I said, look, if you can bring me the cash tomorrow, not a problem, have a look over it, and if you're definitely happy with it, take it away for that price, no trouble. Explain to him that I am a car trader, got to make my money, I can't take any less on it, it already owes me, so on, which he was quite happy with. he respected that I've got to make my little bit of profit too. So we were very clear on that from the start, which is always another good thing to do, is to make people aware if they are offering you a bit of a lower off than you anticipate. Just make them aware, look, this is my very bottom price. The car is as I've described, and I'm not happy to take any less. I don't want to waste either of our time. So if you do want to come and lowball me, it's just better not wasting any of our time, as I won't be going forward with any lower offers than what you're offering me. So sent him some pictures, some extra videos over. He was really happy. I gave him a sort of bit of a video walk around of the car last night. As I said, look, I don't want to waste either of our times. He was really happy. He said he'd come today at lunchtime. He messaged me this morning, again, confirmed that he will be coming today. So that was great. Turned up when he said he would. Had a quick look over the car. Was more than happy with it. Showed him all the work I've done. Said to him, I said, look, I've done this preventative maintenance, and I've also done this for the MOT. He was over the moon with it. Said it was really what he was looking for. Took it for a test drive, and he was more than happy with how it drove. He said it drove absolutely flawless. And again, for Japanese cars, they have a bit of a reputation for rust and so on. And he said it was a really immaculate example. So yeah, that was a really good choice. I'm more than happy with the sale and how it went, because like I say, it now means I can move on to the next one, and I have a customer who is very, very happy with their purchase. So that's what it's about, guys. I will walk you through now what I've spent on the car, what it's cost me in total, how much we sold it for, how much profit we made, and the return of investment. So as you guys will know, I paid £950 for the Lexus. All in all, the replacement door cost me £75. Fitted it myself, of course. Everything's been fitted myself. I haven't accounted for labour costs. You might want to do this. On the overall, I think it probably cost me about 4.5 hours of my time at a rate of £15 an hour. That's sort of what you want to account for yourself if you are accounting labour costs. At the moment, it's not really affecting me too much, but I will be taking this into account when things grow a little bit. For now, it's just about building my bucket up with the cash, and that way I can just keep things moving forward. So I'm not really taking any labour out for myself at the moment, but later on down the line I will be. So if you wanted to account for labour, you can in your costs. Like I say, I think £15 an hour is more than a reasonable price. So yeah, about 4.5 hours I spent, but I'm not counting that into the cost. So again, £950 for the Lexus, £75 for the door, £50 for the headlight. Parking sensor, which I replaced, was £30. The rear brake pads was £20. The MOT was £50. The tyres were £110. I had to buy the locking wheel nut key replacement, that was £25. And lastly, full valet, which was £30. So all in all, the cost of the Lexus was £1,340, which I think is a very, very reasonable price. When I first purchased it, the average market value for similar mileage, similar condition, was around 2,000 to 2,300 on Auto Trader. So I had it listed up for £2,000, hoping to achieve realistically 1,850. 1,800 was my sort of very bottom mark I wanted to take on it. Again, like I say, I had to be considerate of the fact that in the last 3 weeks since I purchased it, the market value for premium cars, bigger engine cars, has really taken a hit. So I had to take that into account. So the lad popped up and he offered me £1,700, which again, like I say, was £150 under what I really wanted to take, but it meant I'd get it out the door. So I took him up on that offer. He paid exactly what he offered. And so that leaves me with a complete profit of £360 on that, which, like I say, isn't massive, but it's £360 that I didn't have. So that can now go on to the next car and keep things moving. It's all about building net value at the moment. So all in all, that is a return of investment of 26.86%. The aim is really to be making 35 to 40% return of investment on cars. But for a start, for the first few, if I can get between the 25-30% mark and keep more stock coming in and just building that revenue, that is a bit more important to me at the moment. So yeah, that's the story of the Lexus. I am going to be looking, I have already been, and I will continue to look for something to buy over the next few days. I have had a couple that I've messaged. I've just got to do a little bit of research into, so I will probably get a video out with that as well, sort of how I look for cars, what I'm looking at when I'm looking at cars, and what will entice me to buy something. So stay tuned, look out for that. Again, like, comment, subscribe, share, all of it is really, really helping out. You guys have been so supportive so far. The views are climbing slowly. I'm ever appreciative for it, but if you guys can just keep watching, try and watch to the end of the video as well if possible, because that really, really helps me out in the algorithm. I know sometimes it can be a bit boring. I understand my voice is a bit annoying, I get it, but it does really, really help. So yeah, please guys, just keep following along, subscribing, liking, sharing, and the content will slowly get better and better. So thanks again, guys, and I will catch up with you soon.